Hi, welcome to the Brett Beard Show. I'm Jules Dormain.
I'm Connor Sullivan, and it's Brett Beard. Thanks for coming on today, Coach.
Thanks for having me, guys. Excited to work with both of you on the show together on our last one.
Let's see how this works out. Let's get into the highlights. So you got Denham Springs Yellow Jackets round 2 versus Ouachita Parish. You know, you got the gold jerseys, which you only wear those for home playoff games. You know, that's a big deal. Just explain that new tradition you got with the gold jerseys.
Yeah, you wear them one home game that's big throughout the year and only in home playoff games. And we looked amazing right there in that white, gold, white. And, you know, it was a great look for us, and I thought we played well in it.
Yeah, you got the Live Oak and Denham student section. You know, they came together for the parish. So you got, Coach Beard taking the field. Smoke in the background. All right, so now you got Lions ball, quarterback number 11, Zach Jackson with the keeper and the first down. Next play, it's 11 Jackson again up the middle for a big gain in the Denham territory now. You're going to have, you got Porter Gibson in on the tackle. Third down, handoff to number 1, Marcel Henderson. Stuffed in the backfield by Ethan Foster, and you got a different look here. You got Zane Hooper on the D-line with the tackle. You got Ouachita attempting the field goal, but it's kicked straight into the line. Jackets ball now. You got Jerry Horn hand off to Micah Harrison at running back, who's going to get the first down. Lions ball now. You got Jackson hand off to number 8, Cardell Simmons, who's tackled for loss by Jonas Clark. You got the Young making the tackle. Second quarter now. Jackson he's actually tackled by Porter Gibson and number 8, Hayden Rushing for the loss. Jackson back to pass. He's going to air it out to number 13, Jacob McCullers for a first down at the 20. So you got Ouachita's quarterback looking back at the sideline, but the ball is snapped and rolls back. The Lions would end up recovering, but it's a huge loss of yards. And eventually you'd have Hayden Rushing and Alex Chandler in on the tackle. So now you got Henderson who carries it for a big gain. But he's eventually going to be tackled by Cameron Irick, and they'll be short of the first down. So you got Jackson handoff to Sermons again, who runs up the middle for a touchdown. The extra point would be no good, so it's a 6-0 line. So you got defense. Ouachita drives on the field, attempt a field goal, but it's actually blocked. And then offense comes. You get the 3 and out, and they come back and score. Just in a big playoff game like this, how you feel with the game?
Well, it's been back and forth. They've struggled to move the ball. We struggled to move the ball, and they finally finished the drive. And, it is playoff football in the second round.
Yes, sir. So Denham ball now, you got McNeely on the carry, but he's tackled in the backfield by the Lions defense. You got them getting hyped. So Jerry Horn, handoff to Harrison, who crosses midfield, and he'll eventually get past the markers for the first down. Jack is driving down the field. Now you got Horn, handoff to McNeely. Gonna go left, make a couple defenders miss, run for another first down. You got next play, Jerry Horn with the play action, but it's actually a deep touchdown pass to wide open Andrew Goodwin. So it's the extra point would be good, so it's now 7-6. How big is that blocked field goal? In that first drive, they come out, drive down, you get the blocked field goal, you come back, they score, and now you ultimately take the lead with the extra point.
Gives you the advantage with the PAT right there. That's why every one of them is so critical.
Yes, sir. So now you got Andrew Goodwin. He was out for a lot of the season because of the injury. And I think he came back for
the last couple of games. He was great to have back.
Oh yeah, he played a big factor in this game. So you got Lions driving for halftime. You got Charlie Smith in for the 2-minute drill. Pass to Henderson was blown up by Jude Horn. So you got 17 Smith back to pass. He's standing in the pocket. He's actually going to be sacked. A huge sack by Jed Cambry. And that's going to bring Denham to take the lead for the 7-6 and the halftime. You got the student section and the drum line going off. Second half now, it's 4th down. Lions going for it. Jackson pitches it to Henderson, and he is stopped short by number 2, Jordan Reams and Jed Cambry. That's a turnover on down. That's a big momentum shift right there. Jackets ball, direct snap to McNeely. He's going to run for a first down. You got Denham driving in to the red zone. This is the biggest play of the game right here. So you got Denham looking like they're going in to score. You got McNeely hitting the left. He's actually going to fumble, and the ball pops up, and they're going to take it all the way back for a 92-yard touchdown. That's you got the 7-6 lead ultimately, and then you got offense driving down. They get in the red zone, and they're right at the goal line. They fumble and take it back all the way for the score. And just how big is that right there?
Yeah, that's a tough break. It happens. It is what it is, and we got to overcome it. and that's a big break, big momentum swing. I thought right there we'd go ahead and score.
And you ultimately have the 14-6 lead.
You have all the momentum. You got an 8-point lead. That's a tough deal. You could see their sidelines begin to, to kind of deflate. We were getting after them pretty good right there. It was a tough break.
Yeah. So Denham ball, you got them driving again. 18 Horn under pressure, and he'd eventually be sacked for the loss. You got Horn again. Hand off to Harrison, who's running right for a gain, but he's hit hard and he fumbles. Scramble for the ball, but Ouachita would actually recover. So you get the fumble for a touchdown to lose the lead. Now you're driving again. It seems like they're not going to be able to stop us, and you get the fumble.
Yeah, you got to protect the football. Big turnovers are tough to overcome, and you can see right there, that's a big blow. I mean, one thing, you never quit, you never got down, you kept fighting. You had every opportunity still at the end of the game to win a football game, and they had pretty much given it to them.
Yeah. So now you got Jackson on the keeper, who's running for a big game. He's actually tackled by Jonas Clark again. He had a pretty big game. Fourth quarter now, the first play, Jackson handoff to number 8, Sermons, who runs it up the middle for a touchdown. Lions extend the lead 20-7. So you got 7-6 lead, you got the fumble, they come back, now it's 14-7, and then you come right out right in the fourth quarter, and they run right up the middle for the, huge touchdown right there.
Yeah, you're looking at a game that's completely different because of some breaks that have gone against us. These things may never happen, and the meaning of them would not be as great. But we can't let up. You got to do your job, and we let this guy out the gate right here, and it put us in a tough spot.
Yes, sir. So coming off that, Jackets, we're not going down yet. So you got Jerry Horn scrambles, and he's eventually going to find Micah Harrison for the pass, and he's going to run for a first down deep into Ouachita's territory. So now you got a direct snap to McNeely, who throws a halfback pass to number 11, Andrew Goodwin, for a touchdown. It's the second one of the night. Denham cuts the lead to 20-14 late in the fourth quarter. So, you go down, you're up 7-6, now you're down 27, and you come back and score. Andrew Goodwin, he had a huge game too. Just how important is that right there to, finish that drive?
Yeah, I mean, it just shows you that a lot has changed at Denham Springs for us to continue to fight and play the game the right way, and that's really what you guys do, man. You fight and you play the game the right way, and it's a lot of fun to watch you.
Yes, sir, and
Goodwin had a great game. It was, it's good to be healthy for the most part, minus a couple of guys, one guy on offense, one guy on defense. But just a great game, great atmosphere, and just a lot of fun to be a part of. And that's something you guys have built.
Talking about the atmosphere, look at the student section. So you got Lions ball now. Denham needs to stop, but now it's number 11 Jackson with the keeper for a big gain right up the middle. Jackson would eventually get them to a 3rd and long. You got Jackson with the screen pass to number 1. Henderson, but he's going to be blown up by the Jackets defense. So Denham will get the ball back, so you have the chance for the game-winning drive. You got the freshman Jerry Horn, handoff to McNeely, who runs right. He's he's not going to go down easy. He gets the first down. Horn, handoff to Micah Harrison. He's going to cross midfield and he's going to get the first down. There's just under 4 minutes left. So you got Jerry Horn with the play action pass to Micah Harrison. For the big gain. Jackets are driving downfield. Second and long now. You got Jerry Horn scrambling around the pocket, and he's gonna throw one up to Andrew Goodwin, but that is actually gonna be incomplete. But the referees will call that a pass interference. So the Jackets are now moving up 15 yards. Jackets down to 3rd and long. Less than a minute left. Jerry Horn steps up and scrambles out of the pocket, but he's actually gonna be stripped from behind. And after a big fight, the ball is eventually gonna be recovered by Ouachita. You got the game-winning drive. It's late in the game. It's the last drive, and it's either score or you lose. And you come out and try and fight back, but it just doesn't go our way.
Yeah, you fought to the end. You got to the fourth quarter with a chance to win a football game, arguably one of the biggest football games Denham Springs has played in a long time. What more do we want? What more can we ask of you? What more can this community ask of you? The school ask of you? I mean, we gave ourselves a chance. And, they finished that night and we did not. But, it was an unbelievable fight and unbelievable turnaround for our program to get to this point and be there at the end toe-to-toe with the 11 seed.
Yes, sir. So Lions are able to nail up the clock. So the Jacket season ends in a heartbreaking fashion. The final score would be 20-14. So let's get into the stats. So Jerry Horn, 3 for 5 passing, 80 yards, and 1 touchdown. Micah Harrison, 15 carries, 93 yards. 2 receptions and 52 yards. Andrew Goodwin, 2 receptions for 35 yards and 2 touchdowns. So, let Jules get into the questions.
So obviously, Coach, this was a big, heartbreaking loss, and one of the main reasons was because in the beginning of the game we couldn't really get our offense going. What was the reason behind that?
Well, I mean, it's just a big game. I mean, you're filling each other out. You're going through your game plan. You're seeing how they're going to adjust. You're seeing what they're going to give you. The atmosphere, the nerves, the butterflies. I mean, everything. You got to play the game, man. You got to go through the chess moves. You got to set things up. Because they're also a really good football team, and that's sometimes you start a little slow right there. And we still have a freshman playing quarterback that we had to get comfortable in a big-time atmosphere, and really everything played out exactly the way we wanted it. You had a chance. You had your lead at half. You had a chance in the fourth quarter. I mean, we obviously picked it up offensively in the second half. After you see what they're going to give us, how they're going to adjust. Our coaches did a phenomenal job at halftime. To come out and give us a chance that second half, and we had it right where we wanted it, and some breaks and some mistakes got us.
Let's talk about Micah Harrison. He's having some carries at running back. He's having some big plays at receiver. Just how big is he a key to this offense? Really?
I mean, he's a big time player. To have him come out of the backfield, to have him lined up in slot. You look at how the year started for him in slot where he's comfortable. And, to lose a quarterback and have to go through a lot of the transition offensively, for him to stick with it and keep his attitude and keep working and, be called upon to do a lot more. I couldn't be more appreciative and thankful for everything he took on this year. And, he did just what I thought and everybody else thought he would do and just be a baller and make plays. And I think at the end of the day, any chance you get to touch the football every way imaginable as much as possible, you should be excited and you should be happy. And, he did just as much and more than I thought he would do. I mean, he's a great football player, and I'm glad to have him back.
So let's talk about Andrew Goodwin. He's coming off the injury, and he's going to ultimately have the 2 touchdowns, really key touchdowns. I think that was the only 2 touchdowns we had all game. How big is him coming back?
Well, I mean, I think if you go back and you watch us from the time we lost him as well, we lose the quarterback and our H-back tight end in the same series against Franklinton. You could see a lot of the stuff we did offensively took a big hit, not just because of the quarterback, but because of Andrew, who's a big part of our offense and what a lot of our scheme was built around is. And, we had to get away from some of that for a few weeks, and we had our struggles, and we took our lumps, and we learned, and, stuck with the process only to get him healthy and kind of go back to being who we were. And he came back better than he was than when he got injured, and gave us every opportunity to be successful. We moved the ball. He was physical. He really became one of my big issues with Andrew going into the year. I wanted to press him to be a complete player and not just a receiver, not just a guy who wants to catch the football and run routes, but be a complete player. Man, when you're not getting the football, who are you? Are you going to be nasty? Are you going to finish blocks? Are you going to be aggressive at the point of attack? And that is one thing that I really believe Andrew's game elevated in all aspects and becoming a complete player. And because of him, we had success.
Yes, sir. Kind of building off of that, with Reese going down against Franklinton and Ray had played some quarterback, did that give us more confidence to put in that pass whenever he had the pass to
absolutely.
Andrew?
Absolutely. We've actually had that for a few weeks. We just haven't had a chance to really call it. And Ray had a phenomenal year. I mean, and a tough year because you go from having some unbelievable numbers early on as a running back to having to go to quarterback, and the pre-snap and the preparation to be a quarterback is completely different than running back. There's some uncharted, uncomfortable territory that probably hindered his game somewhat just because that's not who he is. But really what he did all year was unbelievable. My hat's off to him and the warrior that he was, and take on every little thing we could throw on him. And you can see he's got big shoulders and was able to handle it. And of course, because he had played quarterback, it was a lot easier to make that call and feel comfortable with him making the throw. Look, everything played out perfectly Friday night but the victory. You had everything go the way we wanted it, except for the few breaks that second half and a few mistakes. And I couldn't be more proud of where this team got from the beginning to where they were in the middle, and then ultimately there in the playoffs when we started to get hot and have some chances to beat some really good football teams and really kind of solidify ourselves as a top 16 type football program that's only looking to go up.
Yes, sir. So flipping over to the other side of the ball, our defense held them to only 6 points in the first half. How do you think our defense played overall?
And you go back and you watch it, we did struggle. We overran some blocks and overran some pulls, and there was a couple of cutbacks that they had that we got a little aggressive at times, and because we did, we overran some pulls, and they were able to cut back, and you could see gaseous at times. But, for the most part, I thought they did their job. I thought they executed our game plan, almost perfectly. I mean, you still hold a great Ouachita Parish team to 20 points in high school football. There's a good chance to win that. And, I was really proud of them. I thought they competed. I thought they battled. And, a telltale sign of where your defense is in critical moments, you getting a stop tells me that you've manned up, you've grown up, and you've given us a chance to win a football game. And you know what? When we needed them to come through, they came through. And they battled for 48 minutes. And really, you could see, it's a whole other ball game, the growth on not just the program, but the defense alone. From week one to where we were, you could see a huge improvement, which is a testament to these coaches and these kids and what they did for us and what they did for me.
So talking about defense, who were some key players in this game that stepped up? You had Jordan Reams, who won the Player of the Game.
Yep.
The outside linebackers, they had a really good season. Just who were some players that really
Well, I thought our D-line did a really good job this week. I thought Porter Gibson showed up a lot more this week. I thought he was a different player, though he hadn't been bad. Porter's just he's just a good old grab your lunch pail and hard hat and just does his job and does it at a high level.
Really
and he's not going to do anything that beats you, and he's going to be where he's supposed to be. And I thought he did a really great job, controlling the line of scrimmage. Him and Dylan Watson and Chandler. I thought our D-line played really well. Our outside backers, I think there's no secret that I was not excited about both of them coming into this year because of how poor it was last year. I knew they had worked. I knew that we had gone through our ups and downs with them. And there's nothing I'm going to say that I haven't told them. And, I mean, you've heard me tell them that.
Yeah.
Those dudes, they became dudes. I mean, I couldn't be more proud of 14-8 just because of, the where we went with them and the struggles we had, only for them to step up and probably be arguably our two best players defensively. I thought Jordan Reams had his best game of the year. This week last year he did not. So you could see in 1 year the growth and everything with him. He missed a tackle or two, but I tell you what, he showed up in big moments and did things that he showed flashes in a tenacity, and we asked him to do a little more going out to corner this week, and we put him in bad spots. So big players are going to handle that, and I thought that's what he did, and really proud of him. And our linebacker, really, man, I couldn't be more proud of every one of you and how you competed and how you finished. And I think the stamp you leave at Denham Springs football and the foundation is something special and something that's going to be grown upon. And I can't wait to see what happens. And I'll be honest with you, years from now, it's going to happen because of y'all.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Going off of that, this was obviously the last game for the seniors. So how do you think they performed overall this season?
Oh, I mean, you couldn't ask for a more special group, man. Those dudes have been to, the depths of hell and back. I mean, what they dealt with as a family, as a brotherhood, the losses, not just in the football game, but in life, and to be their head football coach and watch the way they navigated with me through these moments and these ups and these downs, and to stick with me and keep getting better at football on top of becoming better men. And it's amazing how it all just kind of, that perfect storm came together and gave us a special run for our seniors to enjoy. And the legacy and foundation they leave behind is something that's going to be looked upon for years. From, like I just said, I mean, whatever happens with this program, it's going to happen because of the seniors this year. And that's what we'll always look back to and always be appreciative of, because, you hope you never have to go through what that group did. But I tell you what, a testament to their families and them as young men, for them to go through what they went through and continue to be great students and great athletes and great teammates and play the game the way it was supposed to be played. I got a lot of love and appreciation for every one of them.
Yes, sir. Looking forward to next year, who are some young guys that you think are going to be a big time players next year?
Well, I mean, the thing with young, a lot of our guys are back. We lose 2 offensive linemen offensively. And one of those guys that's going to fall into that role, played a lot here at the end, is Zach McCabe. I think he's going to be a special player for us. He's going to be a junior. Big kid came to us this year, John Dunn. I think he's a guy that needs a big offseason, could be a big body on the offensive line to help replace those guys. But, offensively, we lost those 2. Defensively, we lose an outside linebacker, a nose guard, and a safety. Mason getting hurt in week 5, he would have been a huge loss, but we had to deal with that throughout the year with losing 21. And because of that, 85 got a lot of special reps there at the end and some critical moments, and 85 grew up. So Deshaun McBride, a sophomore that played safety, is a hybrid safety corner. That could be that corner opposite Varese next year.
Varese, he's a
and then Varese is he's another animal in himself. I mean, and he's just a sophomore. Then I think Jonas Clark comes in. Rancher Miller, a freshman, going to be a sophomore, is a guy I think we'll talk about a lot next year. And there's a few more names that are freshmen that I'm excited to see. Tylen Haynes and Pittman and Ja'Cory Gross. There's some athletes in that group that's going to come up and I think press some people for some jobs and really give us some depth and some players to continue to take this program, and get us to that Thanksgiving week.
All right, Coach. Let's talk about your favorite game from this year and your favorite moment from this year. Just like being on the field with those guys and just stuff like that.
Well, it's hard to my favorite. Man, I really love every game, being on the field and being Denham Springs head football coach with all of you and competing. Wins or losses, tough wins, tough losses. I love the way we competed against Zachary. But it's hard to say my favorite game probably wasn't the first round of the playoffs, and it has nothing to do with the rivalry of Central. It has everything to do with the fact that in week 6 they got after us, and round 1 the script was flipped, and that right there was a lot of fun to witness.
Yeah, I feel
and not just coach. Like I forget I coached that game. Like it was just fun to witness, man. Just the way things changed. I couldn't be more proud. Had a lot of fun that week. Their own coaches painted their field house to get them fired up and blamed it on y'all, and that was fun. And
yeah, that whole week was honestly, my personal favorite games was, I can't really pick between, you have the round 1 versus Central or like the overtime win versus Walker. Those two games right there just, for one, those are two rivalry games, so obviously it's going to be like heated. And it's going to be fun because, you play these guys, these guys. It's just stuff like, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, the intensity and excitement of the overtime win versus Walker.
It's gotta be between those two
I
games.
thought the Live Oak game was a good one to be a part of just because of, the year before and how it went. Mm-hmm. Really, look, I just love to watch you guys compete and be the head coach of Denham Springs and watch the coaches coach. And I love every game. So, but it'd be hard to beat the first round and the second round. To be where we were, where nobody thought we would be and have an opportunity. That was a lot of fun. It really was heartbreaking, but a lot of fun.
Yes, sir.
What was your favorite moment from the Brett Beard show over these last 2 years?
Jules, there's not one time that when you do this show, there's not a great moment. But I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I want to go on the record here. You're not single, so I don't want to get you out there for all the ladies to know, but it's that haircut. That is the best $20 to $25 you spent, and let me tell you, this is what makes the show special. And look, if he was single, unbelievable dude right there.
Okay, moving on. All right, one of our last final questions. Who do you think was the better host out of me and Connor?
Oh, this is an easy question. I'm going to have to go with Connor. Jules, last year, you couldn't get over you were really nervous. And I loved every second of it. Connor, now if we could just get those bangs figured out to where, you look like a dude that belongs on camera. You both have the face for radio. But I tell you what, you guys are unbelievable. You both are really good. And if this is something you stick with, I think you both have a chance to be really good at it. And I've enjoyed the last 2 years, and I honestly, I never thought this was going to happen. I never dreamed that we'd be doing a TV show, and to have DSTV and everybody these last 2 years has been phenomenal, and I appreciate all the work that's gone into all this, and you guys, you're going to be hard to replace.
All right, Coach. Well, that's all we got for you today, and it's this being my last show ever. I'd just like to say, thank you for let me interview you, and that's it. Goodbye.
Yeah, Coach, I want to say thank you for coming out here every week and letting us do this show with you and get to, you poke fun at us, but at the end of the day, it's just fun and games.
Before I let you go, I do appreciate the kolaches. He finally paid up that he owed me some kolaches. They were amazing. But you two guys did an awesome job, and man, I appreciate every bit of this, and love doing it with y'all. And like I said earlier, you're gonna be tough to replace.
Yes, sir. DSTV will catch y'all next year. As for me and Connor, goodbye.